Life is a journey of learning. Every day we face tests. These tests can make us stronger. Sometimes our emotions feel too big. They can feel like a storm inside us. This is the story of a young boy who learned to calm the storm within. His name was Ben, and his challenge was anger. Ben was a good-hearted boy, but his temper often got the better of him. When things didn't go his way, anger would rise up, hot and fast. This anger would burst out, hurting those around him. Sometimes he would say harsh words to his friends. Other times he would lash out at his family. The first few weeks were hard. The fence quickly became dotted with nails. Each nail represented a burst of anger, a moment when Ben had lost control. He hammered nails for small things, a lost game, a broken toy. He hammered nails for bigger things, disagreements with his sister, misunderstandings with his parents. With every clang of the hammer, Ben felt a heavy feeling in his heart. He saw the fence becoming uglier, its surface scarred and disfigured. His anger was leaving its mark, not just on the fence, but on his world. As the weeks passed, Ben started to notice something. Hammering nails was becoming harder. The fence was so full of them, finding an empty spot was a challenge. He realized that controlling his anger was easier than hammering a nail into that crowded fence. Ben started to resist his anger. He would take deep breaths, count to 10, and try to see things from other people's perspectives. For every day he managed to control his anger, his father told him to remove one nail from the fence. Pulling out the nails was harder than hammering them in. Each nail took effort, a struggle against the wood that held it tight. The empty holes left behind were a reminder of his past anger, but also a symbol of his growing control. Slowly, nail by nail, the fence started to heal. Ben saw the wood reappear, weathered but still strong. He realized that just as he could damage the fence with his anger, he could also mend it with patience and effort. Even when all the nails were gone, the fence wasn't the same. The marks remained, holes in the wood telling a story of anger and regret. Ben understood that his words and actions had a lasting impact. They could hurt others, leaving scars that might never fully fade. He looked at his own heart, wondering if it too had scars from his anger. He realized that just like the fence, his heart carried the marks of his past. But also like the fence, his heart could heal. It would take time, effort, and a commitment to being better. This realization was a turning point for Ben. He understood the true weight of his actions. He saw that anger wasn't just about him. It affected everyone around him. He vowed to be more mindful, more thoughtful, and to choose kindness over anger. From that day on, Ben approached life differently. He learned to recognize the triggers for his anger and find healthy ways to cope. He discovered the power of empathy, putting himself in others' shoes before reacting. He found joy in simple acts of kindness, realizing that building up was always better than tearing down. Life still presented challenges, but Ben faced them with a newfound sense of control. He knew that anger was a choice, and he chose to respond with patience, understanding, and compassion. He learned that true strength wasn't about how forcefully he could hammer a nail, but about how well he could control the hammer. Ben's journey taught him that personal growth is a continuous process. It's about acknowledging our flaws, taking responsibility for our actions, and striving to be better every day. The old fence in the backyard remained, a silent reminder. It no longer held nails of anger, but a message of hope and resilience. It symbolized the possibility of change, the power of self-reflection, and the importance of forgiveness. Ben knew that even though the scars remained, the fence, like him, had become stronger, its story now one of transformation. Life is a series of choices. We can choose to react with anger, leaving scars on ourselves and others, or we can choose to respond with empathy and understanding, building bridges instead of walls. Like Ben, we all have the power within us to choose the path of growth, to mend our own fences, and to create a world filled with more kindness, one nail at a time.